Alrighty, ladies and gents. First of all, I want to apologise dearly for not getting a video out yesterday, but to make up for that, I'm going to do all 8 games today in sort of a fashion where I'm going to talk about each game for about a minute because I really don't want the video going too long. As we all know, long videos tend to drag on for a lot of people. So I'm going to try and make it as interesting as possible in the short amount of time that I'm going to give myself to talk about each game. At least every playoff series now has played at least one game. We've kind of got an idea now of what the landscape looks like for every series. So I'm just going to go ahead now and spill out every single game, the games that I have watched, the games that I've watched parts of, the games that I watched full parts of. It really depends because for me, the last 2 days, the games have been on at 3 a.m. And 3 a.m. for me, as committed as I am to watching as much basketball as possible, 3 a.m. is a very long time, very early time of the morning to be waking up to watch basketball. So I've missed the 2 3 o'clock games, which yesterday was the Pacers and the Bucks. The Pacers took it pretty convincingly, to be honest. No Damian Lillard for the Bucks. Left Giannis with big shoes to fill. He played really well in the end. I think he had 36 points and 10 plus rebounds or something. He played really well. But for the Pacers, it's really just team basketball. Like, they have no one that really stands out for them. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton is their superstar, but Tyrese only scores like 20 points a night. I think he only had like 15 points yesterday. And they had all 5 starters in double figures. They had like Benedict Mathurin off the bench with 10 plus points. They all just contribute. And I think that's the beauty of the Pacers, and that's why I like watching Pacers basketball so much, is that they have so many different players that want to chip in and do at least a little bit. I think they can go like confidently 8 or 9 deep. You've got like Benedict Mathurin off the bench. You've got TJ McConnell off the bench. You've got Obi Toppin off the bench. All these people are like overly confident when they come onto the court. And if they're giving you 10 plus points every game, they're going to play really well. As for the Bucks, as I said, no Damian Lillard, so it's kind of hard for them to really... Realistically, if the Bucks don't have Damian Lillard for this whole series, I don't see a world where they come out of it. Because Miles Turner is good enough of a defensive player towards the ring and his rim deterrence for Giannis to not be able to impact the game to a point where he can will them to a win single-handedly. But I think in the next couple of days or so, Damian Lillard will be back, so it's going to completely rejuvenate the Bucks roster. It's going to give Taurean Prince more space on the perimeter. It's really going to change the way they have their offense. So hopefully he can come back for game 2 because they'll make it an interesting series. The Pacers hopefully probably hold on to both home games. But only time will tell. If Damian Lillard comes back game 2 or 3, that'll be like the biggest difference of all. And yeah, that's about it. The other 3 o'clock game this morning, to be honest, if I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and tuned in for this one, I probably would have been in bed by halftime. Because the OKC Thunder blew the Grizzlies out by 51 points. 51 points in a playoff game. It's absurd. We all knew that the Thunder were the better team, and a lot of the people have the Thunder going all the way. But 51 points in a playoff game is just absurd. It doesn't matter how good or bad the other team is. I would argue the Grizzlies are a better team than the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat only lost by 20 today. So it's insane. Ja played... I mean, you can't really pinpoint anything. No one really had it on the offensive side of the ball for the Grizzlies. OKC are just that good defensively and offensively. Like, Shea had probably one of his worst games of the season, if not the worst. Because coming into the playoffs, he had a streak of like 65 games plus with 20 points in a row. And today he drops 15 and somehow OKC still win by 50 points. It's ridiculous. I think more and more likely OKC might sweep them. If there was any team that was going to sweep in the first round, it would be the OKC Thunder for a number of reasons. They're just better than the Grizzlies really in every way, to be completely honest. Don't really have a lot to say about that one and kind of want to move on because that game, there's not really much to talk about. I didn't watch it. So, I can't really touch on it too much. The other 5:30 games, which yesterday I woke up for the second half of the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers game, which ended up going to overtime. Really close game. That series is going to be electric. The Nuggets just hold off on their home court, which for them to hold on was insane. I think Jokic was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. I'm pretty sure they gave it to him and then they took it away in the end. So he was 1 rebound away from yet another triple-double. Played absolutely phenomenally. Russell Westbrook, in crunch time, he's so, it's so strange watching Russell Westbrook. One possession he'll come up the floor and he hit that clutch corner 3. And then the next possession, he runs up the court. There's 25 seconds left. There's no need to take a shot. And he gets the ball and runs straight at the basket and misses a layup. It's such an experience for Russell Westbrook and Denver Nuggets fans to watch Russell Westbrook play basketball. But he was impactful yesterday. For better or for worse, Russell Westbrook was really impactful yesterday and did a lot of things for that Nuggets roster. Jamal Murray has come back and sort of playing better than he was over the last few weeks. We all sort of expect that from Jamal Murray at this point in his career. He always comes around when the playoffs start. Aaron Gordon had 25-plus points. If you can get 25-plus points out of Aaron Gordon, you look really good. Michael Porter Jr., I think he had more of a quiet game. But he's always going to be a threat when it comes to the three-point jump shot. There's no doubt. And on the Clippers side of the basketball, Kawhi Leonard played good, but Kawhi Leonard didn't play excellent for Kawhi Leonard standards. James Harden had another good game, hit a couple of clutch threes down the stretch. James Harden is playing really, really good basketball at the moment, and I can't really knock his efforts at the moment. He's playing extremely good basketball. He looks like he's trying to win that first championship. Whether it's likely or not, I don't really know, but he's really going to commit to it. And hopefully, for the sake of the Clippers, that they are going to make a run. A lot of people have them making a run. Obviously, the Nuggets taking this first game and leading the series, but it's far from over. I think a lot of people know that. The Clippers are going to fight back. It wouldn't surprise me if they take game 2. But we will see. Really good basketball played on both sides. Norman Powell is as good as Norman Powell always is. As a third-string star, I've said it, he is one of the best in the comp at it. And, that's about it for that game. The other 5:30 game this morning was the Celtics and the Orlando Magic. I watched the fourth quarter of this game today. Orlando, as good as Paolo played, I think Paolo ended with 37 points or something. Franz Wagner gave him nothing. I think he had about less than 15 points. I hadn't actually checked the box score. He played awfully. In the fourth quarter, I think I watched him score 1 5-foot push shot in the paint. But other than that, he had absolutely nothing. They were saying on the telecast that he hasn't given them anything all day. And Paolo Banchero, 37 points or so, was hitting every mid-range jump shot he was taking. He got so good at one point, he started taking a step back three-pointer on the wing when they were down 20 points. He was playing that well, and everybody else was giving him next to nothing. Celtics take game 1, as most of us expected them to, on their home court especially. The TD Garden's always been a place where it's hard to go in and get a win at. So Orlando licks their wounds after this one. I think they will come back just as good next game. Don't know if you'll get all of that out of Paolo every game this series, but if Franz Wagner gives you 70% more of what he gave you today, then you will be in a good position. The next game along from yesterday, I believe, was the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. Only thing I can really say about that game is the Detroit Pistons just looked young. 21-0 run in the fourth quarter with Cameron Payne making jump shots and layups and Jalen Brunson getting what he wants. Cade Cunningham shooting step back prayers with 6 minutes left to go in the game. It was pretty hard to watch, to be completely honest. For 3 quarters of basketball, Detroit played really good basketball, and I thought they were actually a chance of stealing that game. And then the fourth quarter came around, and they just had no idea what they were doing. And you literally can only point towards youth in that sort of situation. They just crumbled. And the New York crowd got into it after a while, and that run just went from 10 to 15 to 20. And then finally, Cade made a 3-point jump shot. Oh, it was Malik Beasley, sorry. Malik made a 3-point jump shot, tried to fire them up, but by that point, it was too late in the day. Yeah, Detroit are a red-hot chance in this series. New York, obviously, taking game 1 at the Garden. It's anyone's game. I think Detroit are that good of a basketball team that they will press the Knicks every single night. Malik Beasley, hats off to him. Tim Hardaway, both of those fellas have been shooting the ball all year and not skipped a beat. Yeah, who knows? Detroit are a red-hot chance for me in this series. They just need to scratch off that youth that they showed this game, because if it happens every night if it happens for 1 quarter every single game, they're not a chance, because it is hard to recover when you let them have a 21-0 run in any game. Second last game that was on today, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers and the 8-seeded Miami Heat, which I said before. The Cavs got up by 20 or so points. Ty Jerome today, 25 plus points, which to me is kind of absurd. I think it was because the deficit was so big that, Ty Jerome played big minutes in this one, and he did not let the Cavs down. 25 plus points in, I think it's his first playoff game. I know he played for the Warriors, but I'm pretty sure he was on the roster last year when we didn't make the playoffs. Who knows? Ty Jerome in his first playoff game, 25 plus points, top scoring, I believe, over Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, who are, we both know, some of the best offensive talents in the league. So hats off to Ty Jerome. He's been awesome for them all year. I think if he gave them this sort of production all year, he would be right up there with 6 Man of the Year voting. But it was just the second half of the year that he came around. So we don't really know what's going to happen for the rest of the season. Miami, to be honest, by the way, I didn't watch a whole lot of this one. As we all know, work is a hell of a thing, and I had to actually be at work for this one. So I missed all of this game, to be completely honest. I'm only strictly going off the box score. Miami just didn't quite have it offensively. I saw, there wasn't a great game out of either Tyler Hero or Bam Adebayo, where in those 2 playing games that we watched, either one of those 2, especially Tyler Hero, because Tyler Hero I think had 30 plus in both those playing games, didn't quite bring that today. And when you're going into that arena, you need to have one of at least those guys to produce that. And they didn't. We sort of saw with, the number 1 seed, they are going to assert their dominance, and they do not want to lose home court. So the Cavs take this one. There's not really much more I can say on that one. Haven't really tuned into it too much, so I don't want to overdo it. The last game of yesterday, Timberwolves and the Lakers. This was one I did actually watch the full game of, because it's the latest one. Obviously, I got time to sit down and watch it. The Timberwolves steal home court from the Lakers, which I really can only point to that third quarter from the Lakers, because it was an horrendous third quarter from the Lakers. Luka Doncic in the first quarter had 16 points, I believe. Went into halftime with 20 points, and then from the third quarter onwards, no one really took over on the offensive side of the ball for the Lakers. LeBron had, I think he was scoreless in the first quarter, I'm pretty sure. Scoreless in the first quarter, fired up for about 15 plus points in the end, I believe. But yeah, LeBron was really quiet all day. You didn't really sort of feel his impact for majority of the offensive side of the ball. It was, yeah, Minnesota's game plan, they stuck to it and it worked really well. Coach Chris Finch, hats off to him. Anthony Edwards, went out with a cramp for half a quarter, and the Timberwolves played just as well without him on the team than when he was on the floor. So for them to play that well without Anthony Edwards, their star guy, is a testament to them. Naz Reid had a day where it felt like every time Naz Reid was going to shoot the ball, it was going in. I think he ended up like 6 for 9 from the 3-point line, which if you're getting that from your sixth man is incredible. Nikhil hit some big shots. I'm pretty sure just about everyone outside of Rudy Gobert who played hit 3-point jump shots. Mike Conley was great in the spurts that Mike Conley actually looked at the ring. Jaden McDaniels, hats off to him, 25 plus, just incredible. Every time he shot the ball, it was going in. He was getting, hop step floaters, getting to the ring for layups. He was just doing everything. And he was a matchup problem for Luka Doncic, who, as I said, had that amazing first quarter, but after that didn't really continue on with the hot form. So big win for the Timberwolves today, or yesterday, sorry. They're going to ride the luck, and Anthony Edwards only needs one game, and he's going to continue to believe no matter if they're down 3-0, 3-1, he's still going to believe. So for him to now be 1-0 up, taking away home court from the Lakers is huge for them and their confidence. Last game I want to get to, I'm sort of going over time. I've just had a look at how long I've been recording for, and I apologize. Rockets, Warriors today. Warriors got the job done. Steal home court from the Houston Rockets. Steph Curry, that dude is ridiculous. It goes without saying. Fade away, wing jump shots with the shot clock winding down. Did it twice on both wings. Jimmy Butler, 4x5 today, 5 steals. Incredible game from him. Draymond setting up the offense defensively as well. That dude is an absolute genius on the defensive side of the ball. And the Rockets get held to their lowest score of the entire year. So really, really big from the Warriors. They're going to continue to play. Draymond said post-game they're going to try and get greedy now and go for both games. I think just taking one of those home floor advantages away from them is huge. The one thing I can really say about the Warriors is the rebounding. We're going to get absolutely pounded on the rebounding on the glass this series because Steven Adams, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, Tari Eason, all of these dudes are huge, and they're all taller than Draymond, who rotations-wise is pretty much our tallest player, because rotations today, Quentin Post only got very few minutes. I think Kevon Looney got about 5 minutes, and Gary Payton come off the bench, and so did Buddy Hield. Those two dudes we both know are guards. Gary Payton is a hell of a defender, but when he's got a 7-footer on him, doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely killed on the offensive and defensive glass this series. It's just a matter of trying to fight and just do as well as we can on that side of the ball. Really, all I can say for us, huge win. Stealing home court in any series is amazing. 3 more wins, and who knows what happens for the Warriors. Yeah, that's about it for me today. I apologise. I said 1 minute for every series, and it felt like I've spent at least 3 for every series. So I apologise for that, but I missed the video yesterday. I wanted to recover for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. If you made it all the way through the video, drop the thumbs up, drop the subscribe button. If you enjoy this content, I said every day of the playoffs. So I missed one day, which happened to be the first day, but I'm going to be good from here on out. There's only 2 or 3 games a day. So I will be ready. No more 3 o'clock games as well, which is even better. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, and I hope you guys are too. Yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys tomorrow with another 2 games. I think the Knicks series is on tomorrow, and I think it might be the Clippers and the Nuggets as well tomorrow. So we'll stay tuned for that. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Thank you, guys.